What's up guys? Caleb here. Today is a super exciting day. I got the Montego back from the body shop and I was able to pick up a piece that I didn't think I was going to find this quick. I found a paint matched Montego blue hardtop to throw on the car for a little bit more than I was wanting to pay, but I didn't really want to put a black hardtop on this car, and Montego is kind of a hard color to find with it only being available for 3 or 4 years. So today I'm going to show you what the car looked like from me getting it back from paint. If you didn't watch my previous videos, the car actually got backed into at work, and thankfully she had insurance. She didn't leave a note on my car saying she hit it or anything, which kind of pissed me off, but they had cameras and I was able to track her down. So the hood and the bumper ended up getting resprayed. So we're gonna go over that. The top I got is a defrost and headliner top, and he actually gave me the switch today. So we're gonna install this. I'm gonna go over the hardtop, and we might do some interior mods, budget mod. Anybody can do it. It's like 10 bucks and takes probably 30 minutes, and you know, drastically changes the look of the interior when you're driving at night. So we're gonna go over it, and we'll catch up here with you shortly. So here's the car. Before, when I got hit, I had some nasty scrapes along this, and it put a couple dents in my hood, but I mean, I had little faith that this was gonna match, and this thing looks so freaking good. I mean, the hood, funnily enough, was like the weakest part of the paint because it had oxidized the most. Like every other panel on the car was great, but it kind of worked out because she hit it just enough to mess up the paint, but you know, they were still able to use the OEM parts that were still on the car. So I mean, it looks so good. But today we're gonna install. Today we're going to be installing this defrost plug for the hardtop. There should be a harness right behind there. If you have that little itty bitty square right there on your cluster, that means that your car has the defrost option and plug. There should be a harness right behind there, and then you'll plug in the hardtop defrost harness right there where I've got mine plugged in. That should be on every car in your hardtop. If you get a good one, it should come with the harness. I'll show you the hardtop. But I mean, it's a shade greener than the car, but I mean, honestly, the fact I didn't have to do any paint work to the top to make it look like this, I'm 100% satisfied. But yeah, we're gonna install that defrost plug button, and we'll get back to you in a minute. So this right here, pulling this out's a pretty easy process. All you'll do is there's 2 clips right here on this block off plate, the delete, and then you'll kind of wedge it in there and then break one side loose. It's kind of difficult to do when you're holding the camera, but when you can get all the way in there, it'll pop out just like that, and then you'll pop this out just like that. But there it is. That's just the delete, because this car didn't come with a hard top, so it didn't come with this plug from factory. So when you pull the block off plate, I was looking and I wasn't seeing a harness, and I almost wondered if my car didn't come with it. But if you don't see it when you immediately take that off, check up under here. This harness was taped around another harness to tuck it away, and it was sitting right here. So just look under your dash, and then you should see it if you have that button on your cluster. But once you get it all plugged in, you want to make sure that the defrost button goes right on the right side, and you'll just click it in like that. Click that back in, and now if you have done this correctly, when you start the car, when power is running to it, and you press that button, that light should come on. That is so cool. I have never had an NA in my life with working defrost. Super useful for northern states, or even if it gets icy, because with the heat on, unless you're driving for a half hour, that glass really does not defrost. But all right, so successful install number 1. Install number 2 is going to be changing these lights in this cluster to LED. So we'll start on that. All right, so in the description, I will post where I got these on eBay. I got 20 for about $6 or $7 because I'm gonna do it to both cars. And this should leave me enough to do the side markers on the side of the car, on the side of the bumpers for both cars as well. Because the goal is hopefully for both cars to be LED the whole way around so that I can actually see at night and other people can see me. But in order to take the cluster out, you'll have to remove this piece and the cowl. So you will start, there are 2 screws on this side, and there is 1 on this side, right here, right there. This is a half moon piece. So the top will come off, the bottom will come off, and there will be 2 screws right here, 1 right there, and then that cowl will come out straight. And then you will have the screws that hold the cluster in, so we'll go ahead and start doing that right now. So I've got that steering column piece off, and I'm gonna pull this cowl off. I took those 2 bolts off. Getting this off sometimes is kind of a pain, especially on a 1.6, because the 1.6 ones are made out of glass, it feels like. So if yours is wobbly, it's usually because those clips broke, and I think mine just broke. But you'll have that. So old brittle plastic, oh well. We're gonna remove these 4 pieces right here. Now you've got your cluster off and in your lap, the biggest ones you're gonna change. You could change these, but I'll probably revisit those at a later time. These are T10, so T10 is what you'll need. Some will have this green film on them and some will just look like that LED bulb, but you'll just twist them all out, and then you'll just pop it out and put it on like that, and then you'll just put it in and twist until they line up and it clicks. And since these are LEDs, you'll probably have to do a little bit of trial and error to make sure that you got them all the right way. So we'll plug it in just temporarily and test them and see if any of them need to be switched. So here's the final result, guys. Looks so good. In my opinion, this is one of the best cheap mods you can do for one of these cars, especially nighttime driving. It gets rid of kind of that yellowish green that the original bulbs come through. I mean, you'll still have a little bit of green even if you buy white bulbs, because the lettering on the gauge face surrounds, you know, the paper has a little bit of green injected in them. But I'm super happy with how this turned out. Stay tuned. I'm gonna do a little edit of the car while I'm at this parking garage. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate all the viewers and everything you guys do when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This has been a dream of mine for a long time, but it feels like out of every time I think I've wanted to do this in my life, I don't know, just right now it feels like a good time. But stick around for an edit of the car. I'm super excited with how it looks. I know this said this was going to be a daily, but now I don't even want to drive the thing because I've got it kind of where I want it. But you know, more things are coming. The car is going to get some new coilovers. I already bought some new ones. The race lanes were not the move. I used to have a set of race lanes and I didn't think they were that bad, and then I got BCs on my other car. Now I've been spoiled. So we got a new video coming out with new coils. We'll probably raise it just a tad. We'll be doing a clutch and a throw-out bearing and a rear main on this because the throw-out bearing is kind of roaring at me. But anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you, and stay safe.